6 current superstars who have no future in the WWE. Number 6. Darren Young. Make Darren Young great again. This was a tagline that Bob Backlund uttered when he and Darren Young were being used as part of the new initiative to push Young to the top where he feels he belongs. But where have they gone? Darren Young hasn't been seen in a number of months, and even when he's on TV, he wasn't getting the reaction that WWE wanted him to, which may be why they've decided to take him off. No one gets over with the WWE Universe by not being on TV. It was reported that he suffered an arm injury in January that has forced him out of action over the past few months, but even before that he wasn't being used properly. Fingers crossed WWE has big plans for his return. Number 5. Curt Hawkins. Shelton Benjamin was the big signing for SmackDown Live following the brand split back in the summer of 2016, but when he suffered an injury that required surgery and plenty of time off, WWE called the former tag team champion Curt Hawkins. Hawkins agreed to return to the company and has somehow returned to the position where he is once again being used as a jobber. Hawkins hasn't won a match ever since he returned to WWE and was most recently defeated by Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw. He doesn't seem to be going anywhere fast, so it begs the question, why did he decide to return and be humiliated in this way in the first place? Maybe the only one here who needs to face the facts is Curt Hawkins himself. Number 4. Summer Rae. Summer Rae hasn't been seen on WWE TV for more than a year. She was removed from Total Divas and was last actually mentioned when messages from former Raw general manager Mick Foley and a fan were leaked. Mick talked about how Summer Rae wouldn't be able to put in the position her fellow women's wrestlers were in at that point with Hell in a Cell on the horizon. It is thought that Summer has been cleared to return to WWE for a while now, but the company has nothing for her. What makes matters even worse right now is that the women's tournament is happening in a month's time, which means that there'll be a lot more women in the WWE taking up the spot soon. Number 3. Heath Slater. When Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal were released from WWE a few years ago, Heath Slater was the only member of 3MB left on WWE TV. It was thought that this was because he was the most promising star in the group. Now, Jinder has returned and become WWE champion, and Drew is one of the biggest stars in NXT. Heath has had a SmackDown Tag Team Champion run with Rhino this past year, but other than that, it seems as though Heath is now the only member of the group that hasn't progressed ever since they were a trio. Slater will never be thought of anything but a talent enhancer, which is sad because he is talented, but once WWE has labeled someone, it's hard for them to get away from that. Number 2. Enzo Amore. Enzo and Cass themselves already admitted on the Stone Cold podcast that Enzo was only signed to WWE because of his promo ability. Big Cass was always the better wrestler in their team, and now that Enzo and Cass have split up, it's hard to see where Enzo will fit in on the Raw roster on his own. Maybe he could slot into the Cruiserweight division. WWE have rushed their breakup, and it seems that there is no option for Enzo moving forward because the creative team are only looking at Cass as the next big star. Enzo will become the next Bo Dallas or Curtis Axel by the time this feud is over, while Cass will come out of it looking stronger than ever because Enzo is no match for the 7-foot star. Number 1. Eva Marie. There have been rumors lately that the self-proclaimed Red Queen could be set to return to WWE after almost a year out of action. Ever since she was suspended for 30 days for her first wellness policy violation, Eva came to WWE through the 2013 Diva Search, but the WWE Universe has failed to take to her as WWE exhausted all their options when it comes to her character and in-ring work. Eva has since begun a career in acting instead and currently has the same agent as The Rock. She is making a name for herself and looking at a different career path, and the WWE Universe is absolutely fine with her disappearing from WWE TV and never coming back. So stop hinting at a return, Eva, and just announce your retirement from wrestling.